I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. The Ravens have every intention of walking out of today's game with win number 4 on the season. It's the Broncos going up against the Ravens. With that, let's get you up to M&T Bank Stadium. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Denver Broncos and the Baltimore Ravens. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He juked him. And with the new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
And on the ground they go with a running back. Shreds the tackle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big play there out of the running game. 30 yards.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the...
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. And he'll bang that one through. Now after the touchdown, ready to boot it away, Riley Dixon. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They come out here in the eye. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and very short here, less than a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, because you always hear about the smaller running back, or he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost, but this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage. All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. This offense can be flashy at times, and a big reason for that is Perryman.
I like the way you use the word big, because that's exactly what Brashad Perryman is. A big receiver with a ton of speed. Runs so well, yet that strength downfield really confounds defensive backs. Is it okay if I tell you I played against his dad in college?
Well, I'm just impressed that you worked confounds into the broadcast.
I'm impressed I'm still alive because I played against his dad in college.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Ronald Darby's selection makes a general manager look good. A terrific ball. Who is eager to tackle in the run game.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On second down, here's Bortles. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Defense is going to every game talking about winning the early downs to make third down a difficult assignment for an offense. On that play, the defense accomplished its goal.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. An encroachment penalty here, maybe just a mental lapse, partner.
Sometimes you have to just watch the football. Make sure it's snapped before you're jumping.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And thus far in this NFL season, no touchdown scored for him, and he's not going to get it on that play either.
And this has no chance. It's no good, well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So we would have figured that one to be 3 points in the bank, but this game, can be unpredictable at times.
Yeah, he knew he needed to pull it ever so slightly to get it going in the right direction, but he seemed to put a little too much on it, and from short range, that is a bad miss for an NFL kicker.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
These are not the runs that you worry about early in the game. These are runs that you're establishing now for later in the game, trying to wear a defense down and create holes that you'll exploit later.
From the gun on 3rd, Simeon. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a 1st. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Simeon on 1st down. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They'll fake it. Now Simeon. Going right side here, and that's complete. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
After watching that playing result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Throwing on third down, Simeon. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
As a defender, you're never crazy about a completion, but anything that doesn't result in a first down, you're going to be happy about. The key is to make sure it stays that way all game long. No missed tackles that turn into big plays.
This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there, we've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that?
Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch them under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. It's a 4-receiver look to the right side. Here's Simeon now on 2nd down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. 2 yards to go here on 3rd down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Simeon, and he dropped it. Now it was tipped, altered the ball a little bit, but he dropped it, and now 4th down. A field goal try forthcoming now for the Broncos.
That one was tipped up in the air and fortunately fell away for the defense because if the offense is able to grab that one, that's a short little jaunt into the end zone because there's not enough reaction time off of a tip ball for the defense to rally and make a tackle. They were very fortunate on that play.
Here's Corey Grant now to return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Second down, just 1 yard to go. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him 13 on the pickup there. And it'll give the Ravens a first down. Bortles now on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition in practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator is relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. From the gun, here's Simeon. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
And now here come the Ravens. They come up in an offset eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
the way the game has changed a little bit is that defensive goals have changed in a big way. Nowadays, it's not so much stopping certain yardage or whatever, but it's not giving up big, explosive plays. Anything over 10 yards, you're trying to hold teams below that. When they get one against you, as we just saw there, well, that really hurts them. It puts them back on their heels a little bit. It makes them a little bit less confident.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Partner, sometimes it's those little guys you really have to fear. They've been battling their whole lives wanting to show the big boys that they can play with power. I guarantee you this year Thanksgiving, he's sitting at the adults' table, not the kids' one.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. And Bortles going to sneak it. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Are we surprised a little bit? 2nd and 1, they went quarterback sneak. I know it works, so it's not like I'm second-guessing it all, but I thought they might go with something else there.
No, I'm sitting here trying to think the last time I saw a 2nd 1 sneak. I can't remember any.
Yeah, it's a rare call because normally you're going to go ahead and use your back if you're going to run it or if you want to throw it, a little quick pop there. But in this case, just get in behind those big guys and pick up a 1st down. Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
2nd down following the run. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down.
Well, on that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Going up top. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
I'm not quite sure how he wasn't able to hold on to that one in the end zone. A great opportunity lost, but a lot of relief for the defensive guys. When they get into film next week, they're going to want to know what happened. Where was the breakdown that almost allowed a touchdown?
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So after a sluggish start, at least from an offensive perspective, they are able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
And now let's see what their defense has up its sleeve. If they can force a 3-and-out here, maybe you can get your offense the ball back with a chance to add on a few more before the break.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder, puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. And now the offense operates in the red zone. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. A couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
They come out here in the eye.
Green 39. Green 39. Ace. Ace. Z. Ace.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun on 3rd down, Bortles escaping the pressure right. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the Broncos coming out now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they'll run it here. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They come out here in the eye. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will take this up to about, and now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Let's take it inside his own 40. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry, so both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here we go.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
The pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games wearing the old scuba gloves, which you'd wear in diving, but they would split too easily in the course of a game. Then the glove manufacturers got smart and started adding to it, and here we are today.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They come out here in the eye. Bortles will keep it. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
There's no doubt that 2nd and 1 is a time when teams like to take a big shot downfield and try and pick up a big play. In this case, they're content running just the quarterback sneak and getting exactly what they wanted, a first down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And some room to work. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Throwing on first down is Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for 4. It's second down. So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he loses the football a second time. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a cutback right sideline. And nothing but daylight ahead. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long. And the Broncos go to a nickel set on third down.
Yeah, they've got an extra DB out there. From the gun, it's Bortles. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll bring up fourth down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Green 39. Green 39.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And he puts it through. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. A look at the offense now here coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll fake it. Now Simeon. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Here we go. 3-19.
On 1st and 10, Simeon. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
2nd down and 4. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Now, how about that call? Hand it to the big guy in that situation. Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case, they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. A group of Broncos there combined to bring him down. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, Z.
Now they'll throw it. Bortles. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down, 5 yards to go. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
It wasn't 3rd and long. It was more like 3rd and attainable, and oftentimes offense just want to run enough to pick up a first down. But I think they wanted to break tendency there. Catch the defense playing for the short pass and push it downfield, and they almost collected a big play.
Now this is fielded in the end zone. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They come out with one back and three tight ends. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. From his goal line here, Simeon eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. He'll take it at the 42. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Couple of Broncos there in on the tackle.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Now Bortles. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And it brings up fourth down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one.
Oh, partner, my partner. That was pretty amazing, wasn't it?
It was indeed. It was a long, long field goal, and that ties this ball game here in the fourth quarter.
And that sideline absolutely loved it, didn't they? I don't know how many of them thought that he would make that, but once the ball got over the crossbar, that's one fired-up football team.
They'll come up now in the Wildcat package.
Here we go.
this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And the defensive line controls the offensive front the way we just saw there. It doesn't allow any of the offensive linemen to leak downfield and get to the linebackers and block them on the second level. You end up with the type of play we just saw. Linebackers didn't have to fight anyone off, didn't have to knock anyone to the side, didn't have to elude anyone trying to block them. They just saw the play, ran to the ball, and finished things off.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Throwing on third down, Simeon escapes the sand. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they'll go on the ground. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense. But when you turn it over, it changes momentum. And when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
And quickly they get to the line. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now it's Simeon.
Oftentimes when a guy has a game like this, he's going to take his offensive line out to dinner afterwards. But after a play like that, he may tell them, instead of getting the steaks, guys, we might have to go for the hot dogs. Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Trevor Simeon, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. They come out here in the I.
Blue 45. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. They find some open field here. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I love football lingo, the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
Yeah, we saw that advantage right there. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Even score late in the 4th. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up.
Green 90. Green 90. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And the offense can string something together, but they'll need to do it quickly here to try to get points on the board and win this game. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. To throw, it's Bortles. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys.
And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And Bortles going to sneak it. They'll give him a yard on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on 4th down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they'll run it here. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This from 51 yards for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So what a finish here as they maneuver into the outside of his range. He steps up and drills it from long distance.
And Brandon, that was no gimme, was it? These kickers, though, all they want is a chance. And he knew that one was good the second it left his foot.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the...